Two.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
And I'm Kevin.
Yeah, we have another episode of Barry. We're getting close to the season finale.
Yeah, the last one was bat poop.
Why?
Crazy.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, the
Ronnie
Lily
Lilly.
episode.
Yeah. Uh,
Probably the best episode of the show so far,
I
right?
think so. I think so, for sure. The more I thought about it later, the more I realized just that that took guts to make that particular episode in the way that it was done. I noticed I didn't look on Patreon, but on YouTube, people commented that the guy who played Ronnie is in fact a pretty talented and prolific stuntman.
Yes, I looked it up too, and he's the guy from John Wick. I know that could be anybody. He's the guy in the first John Wick movie. He's one of the henchmen.
Okay.
He's the guy that he's like the final boss henchman, the one that throws him over the railing.
Oh, he's the one that he had a hard time. The one that hit him with the car and everything.
Yeah, the one he had a
Okay.
hard time with. Yeah,
Yeah, the one that kept coming. Okay, I didn't know that, but
he's
yeah.
been in a ton of stuff. Stunt coordinator, stunt guy.
Well, yeah, you could tell
Yeah.
that. I don't know who. I don't think it was Bill Hader that was fighting him and all this stuff with the.
Yeah.
It might have been, but I feel like when you have the full body coverage
Yeah.
and the goggles and everything,
It's easy to
and it was a wide shot oneer.
Yeah.
That they probably had another stunt guy in there.
You would imagine so. That's probably
Right. I would think so, but obviously the guy playing Ronnie was the guy in the scene, and he was just. I mean, they were crushing it.
They were crushing. I'd want to have a stunt double. I'd be like, if I'm in a mask, I'm like, why can't he just do it?
Yeah, can you?
I'm not fighting this guy.
So there's going to be like 60 uninterrupted seconds of these two guys kicking each other and throwing each other into the wall. Sure.
The funnest tidbit we learned about this was on Patreon. Somebody commented when he kicks Loach,
Right.
it's a dummy, and I guess you can see in the windows in the supermarket that when he kicked the dummy, it ripped the head off the dummy.
Really?
Over the aisle. So like when he kicks him, it kind of looks like his head comes off because it.
Yeah. It looked like a fatal kick from what we saw. I was like, is Loach dead?
Because he kicked his head off, and well, the dummy's head off in real life. Which I think it's hilarious they kept that in there because it's a brutal kick.
Oh, it was completely. Yeah.
It really sells it too. So Loach is gone now. Ronnie's dead.
I think. Yeah, I feel like we're back to square one as far as Barry getting away with what Barry is.
And the Fuchs thing is interesting though. Is he gonna kill Fuchs? Is he gonna just like? I don't think he can just leave Fuchs. You know, I don't think Fuchs can let this go.
Fuchs is. I mean, as we saw in the first season, Fuchs struggled to let it go. Right?
Yeah.
Barry told him many times, "Leave me alone,"
Yeah.
and he just would not go away. So I don't think. I still think we're probably there, but we got the sense in the. I don't know if it was a flashback to when he came home from the war, or if it was just a fantasy.
I think it's a bit of both.
Right.
It's
With him, that Fuchs is the one who met him when he came back. I probably did.
Yep.
Well,
that's what he said in the episode. He did that horrible thing, and Fuchs made it go away.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But I think early on, you're supposed to see it as Fuchs is the only person that cares enough to show up when he comes home.
Yeah.
But now at the end of that, Barry's seeing like he wasn't doing a sweet thing when I came home. He was there to prey on me and get me to do what I do.
That's exactly right. He preyed on him.
So I think Barry gets that now. So I do think that Fuchs is probably in danger from Barry at this point.
Normally I would not advocate that, but at the same time, Fuchs is kind of the worst.
No,
he's
he's
vindictive. You know what I mean? Like he was going to burn Barry there to save his.
Well, he wanted. He was very insistent that Barry killed that little girl. I'm sorry, man, but even in the name of self-preservation,
no, you can't kill kids.
Sorry, you take your chances with the police at that point.
Well, she wasn't human,
right?
She's just not human.
But he still wanted her to.
It's wrong. Yeah, for sure. Like Fuchs is a bad guy.
Fuchs is a genuinely terrible guy.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to prison, so kill this 8-year-old or 10-year-old kid.
Even Hank, the Chechen mobster, is more redeemable than Fuchs.
I agree. I think so too.
Better person than Fuchs is.
And even after that episode, we are still at this point that Barry hasn't killed anybody this season, right? And we're on 6 now.
This is the 6th episode we're going to.
I'm leaning more towards our earlier conversation that Fuchs might be the guy that Barry kills to break that streak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he might kill Fuchs out of necessity because Fuchs. We're heading to the point where it seems more and more like Fuchs needs to go. I hate to say that.
Does he kill him out of necessity, or does he kill him out of rage and urge? You know, because necessity, in terms of self-preservation, sure. I think it's set in stone, though. I think Fuchs is going to die.
I do. I think Barry has to kill him, and I think that's Barry's way back into the darkness. You know, he's fighting it so hard of killing anyone. I mean, he went through extraordinary measures with Ronnie not to kill Ronnie.
I got a
It did
car.
not go well.
What do you say? I have a guy outside. He's
Yeah.
literally glued to the wheel.
Yeah, he did everything he could not to kill Ronnie. He didn't kill Ronnie. Ronnie's obviously he's dead because Ronnie wouldn't stop.
I think it's fun though. You have this show about the hitman, and now it was about a hitman trying to be an actor. Now it's about a hitman trying his hardest not to kill anybody.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Right. The only thing I know for sure is he is going to fall off the wagon. It's just a question of how. And my bet right now would be Fuchs.
Do you think that it's the end of the season, or do you think that goes into season 3?
I can't imagine going the entire second season of this show without Barry killing anybody. It might be like a finale situation where he kills Fuchs in the finale.
Yeah.
But
That'd be a mic drop. It really would be.
yeah, absolutely. Or something goes wrong with the Chechens. This could always go wrong with the Chechens because there's that whole thing with
The whole mob
with
here.
them and the Bolivians. Or
No, they're
what are they?
are they Asians?
I don't. You're right because they've got that monastery.
Yeah.
But obviously, the Bolivians and the Chechens are good. It's this other group who and they're
I think
completely
it's the
escaping me.
Malaysians. I think the
It
Malaysians.
might be. It's escaping me. Anyway, we do want to welcome some new subscribers, guys, for the week. Last couple days anyway. So. A Deep Indigo, Don Parnell, Megan Wall, Joy M, and Bradley Michael. Thanks, guys, and welcome. We really, really thank you for being here with us.
We sure do. If you're watching us on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel.
Hello, guys.
If you'd mind hitting the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please, please, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
Absolutely. If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or are watching, including just wrapping up all of Succession, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page where you can find all kinds of stuff over there.
All the goodies.
Detective John Loach was integral to a number of high-profile gang-related cases. However, our investigation has concluded this was a domestic matter between Detective Loach and another man unrelated to police business.
Oh, yeah, because the wife would have been the link between the two.
Apparently, Detective Loach's wife, Diana,
between the two.
had recently left him to date Ronnie. So, you get it.
Oh, my God!
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Listen, now that this Loach stuff's all done, I can't work with you anymore, man.
Can we go to Dupar's? Can we eat? We'll talk about it.
You sold me out for your own interests.
There is no way you can negotiate a piece of Hank's heroin without
Hank's
me.
heroin? I don't give a shit about that. See, this is what I'm talking about. You don't fucking know me. You don't fucking know me.
Fine, I'll just work with Hank without you.
Work with Hank without me? What?
Yeah.
Without me? What do you bring to the table without me? What? I am your fucking business, idiot. You're out of moves.
Yesterday, men are moving back to monastery. They want to be there when heroin shipment arrives.
They're leaving us? Are they ready?
They're actually pretty good. Yeah, a lot better.
Oh, Barry. Oh, man, you don't even know. It's about to go off. It means, the debt has been paid. You owe me nothing. Slate is clean, right? And when they look at me, they see nobody. But now, I have a purpose.
Oh, that's exactly what Fuchs said to him. He gave him a purpose.
Man.
He's basically Fuchs to this poor guy.
Dang.
Hey, we're up next. What's going on?
I rewrote my scene.
Yeah?
I went to his hotel.
What?
Oh, God, nothing happened, I promise. No, it wasn't like that at all. No, it was being paralyzed like I was fucking 19 years old again. Like, stood there like a fucking idiot, and I don't know what I thought. I thought
It was
it'd be
dangerous.
different, or I thought I'd be
It was
different, or...
dangerous, yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. I mean, I can barely talk about this stuff with you. How am I supposed to get up there and just like, say all of this in front of them?
I'm never gonna do this again, I promise.
I know.
Classic abuser talk right there.
We embrace. Sally turns to the audience.
I can
A
change.
spotlight returns to her.
It's a cycle I can't break because I want to when I don't want to. I stay for the apology.
Wow.
This is actually good.
This is great.
Yeah.
This is so well written.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, they're all captivated. What? That was good.
Stay, yeah,
Actually,
you
it
crushed
wasn't that
that.
bad. Listen, once we rehearse it and you perform it, they'll see that the honest version is really powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was more powerful than
It was
her
very good.
than her go off thing.
Look, she doesn't want to do the scene anymore, and I think she should tell the truth. So, I'm gonna put my energy into playing Sam and not do my own piece.
It is more than okay. Because I don't know if you remember this or not, but you killed somebody and got away with it.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
keep reminding me of that.
hell is he doing here? Is he gonna try to kill Kusano? Is he gonna like?
He's gonna do something now. Yeah, at first I wasn't sure. Now I'm like, yeah, he's got something planned.
Okay, Sam is enraged because Sally is withholding. He gets violent, he acts out, then he feels shame. Sound familiar? You don't literally have to tell your story in order to use your story.
That's actually really good.
Good, yeah.
Thank you
For what?
for telling me your story. I am very touched that I was able to gain your trust.
That's sweet.
I am so late for my escape room.
I thought he was gonna go meet his son or something.
Right.
He's gonna do an escape room.
He thinks he's gonna find Janice.
He's lost in the woods.
Sam, don't worry about it, okay? Ken is just a friend.
He's a friend since when? Since when? Who the
You
fuck's
met
Ken?
him.
When did I meet Ken?
I don't know.
When-
He's just a friend.
Well,
You're
this is
drunk.
good. Yeah.
Ah! Call me an idiot? That's what you want?
Oh, that's cheesy. Okay, he's
Yeah.
better than her.
He is. I like how he's taking his time here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw the apology was obviously gonna be the next thing. Yeah.
No.
I don't deserve you.
Now she has to comfort him. This
Yeah.
is classic abusive behavior.
It's well written. It's good.
It's great. This is a great
the
scene.
The scene works.
Yeah.
I stay for the apology.
And scene.
There you go.
Yeah. That was fantastic.
So this is why you're turning down auditions?
Yes. Oh my God. I'm so sorry about that.
No. Don't be. This is good.
Yeah.
Really? Thanks.
It is.
So
Oh my God, he's still looking. Wow.
He's probably just lost at this point. I can't believe he was so arrogant to think he would do something not supposed to do. Is this going to be a thing where he actually finds her by accidentally falling into the place where
I
she
hope
is?
not. Are you kidding me? I know he's lucky, but is he
Right.
that lucky? Oh Jesus!
How did Barry get her car down here?
I know, right?
Hank, it's go time.
Oh God, Beret.
Capture the monastery before the caravan arrives, or we are.
Oh my God.
Cristobal? Kazam? The fucking accordion player sold us out?
It is so sad.
I don't
There's
know.
The same meal.
It is. He was remember the chicken. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Decided on dinner, sir. Yeah, I think so. I'll have what he's having.
Has Fuchs ever killed anybody? He just seems like such a fraud to
They
me.
haven't said, have they?
No.
Well,
That was I really like the tonal shift of that after the craziness of Ronnie Lilly. You
Yeah.
know,
this was not. This had its funny. This was hilarious when it wanted to be.
It just had a really good. It was a really good follow up to how like out of control that episode was. You know.
Yeah.
This was a lot more precision, like taking it down, but just enough to the right level. Because we had a lot of good things that happened here, but we're definitely building again.
No, yeah. As realistic as the show is, it definitely has its moments of absurdity. And,
Right.
This episode was more grounded, sort of, minus Fuchs finding the body. You know.
Sure.
But no, I want to know what he has planned. This definitely ended on a down note for sure. I mean, even with Hank getting captured by the Bolivians and the Burmese.
Right. Yeah. I gotta remember that now.
Yeah. So I wonder if Hank is toast because that's kind of an impossible situation, right?
Right. It seems like an impossible situation, but I wouldn't be surprised if Hank dies at some point. But I feel like getting caught and then like that instead of like a hail of bullets to me says they're not done with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if they would have walked outside and it was the end of the Wild Bunch right
Yeah.
there, you know?
Yeah.
I totally would have gotten that.
It'd be weird, right? To
Right.
end it like with him getting captured just to kill him off at the
Yeah,
beginning of the next episode.
exactly. That's kind of my thing. It's like, what are they gonna like hang them all or something, or
Yeah.
firing squad? Like, I don't get it. So I would say
There's
no.
something else there.
Right. I would say no, just because of they ended on a capture and not on an execution. I could be wrong.
The Gene Fuchs thing, though, I think one of them is done. Whether it be Gene dies at the end of the season or Fuchs dies, which I think is Fuchs. But like,
I do too, and I don't have a good reason for that other than I can't imagine this show not having Henry Winkler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine losing either one of them, but at least going into the season. But the farther we've gone here, the more it seems like I don't see how there's a redeemable path forward with Barry for Fuchs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how Fuchs doesn't.
How are they buddy again after this?
Right.
You know?
I feel like whatever Fuchs' plan is, and I don't know. I don't know where he's going with this.
Yeah.
I thought for a while he was going to try to kill Kusano, and he still may, but I'm a little less sure now. I do think that Barry kills Fuchs, and that's how Barry becomes a killer again. I feel even stronger about that now at the end of this episode.
I do too. I guess we have 2 episodes left. 2 episodes left, and then we
On
have
the
the
season,
finale.
right? Yeah.
So there's a lot up in the air, man. I mean, this
Yeah.
is a show that's hard to predict because of how, off the wall it really is. This
Yeah.
show is insane. Like you said at the beginning of the episode, bat poop.
Right.
It's crazy. But no, you're right. I mean, this episode, definitely a filler episode.
Right. But, kind of, but we left a lot up in the air with everybody.
Sure.
Like I said, this was
Setup, more of a setup episode.
Yeah, this was a setup episode. This is definitely building towards the finale, and I would say Fuchs is going to die, but I feel like aside from Barry at this point, and I would say Henry Winkler as well,
Mhm.
I don't think anyone else is safe on the show. I don't even think Sally's safe on the show. You know what I mean? As
That'd be a
moving
twist,
forward,
wouldn't
it would be.
I mean, because she's kind of out of the loop on this whole thing. I mean, they
Right.
kind of teased it a little bit in the first, was it the second or third episode, whenever Hank is shooting at Barry in his house.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only time she's been in like any sort of danger at all.
Yeah. Yeah, but they don't have to telegraph it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I don't know. I just know that I don't think all the people that are alive right now are going to be alive in 2 episodes.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
I don't know what, but I mean, that was fairly obvious. But my only point with that is I have no idea beyond the 2 leads who it might be that's not around anymore.
Well, heck, we didn't even anticipate Loach dying.
Right? Yeah.
So
Exactly.
they could really pull something out of their butt and just like, really have it be a shocking finale.
Right? It could be everyone in the acting class except Henry Winkler's dead by the end of the season. You know?
Way dark.
Wouldn't that be wild?
That'd be way dark, man.
Yeah, the actors have all been comic relief, so I don't think that'll happen.
I
But-
love watching their stories, by the way.
right.
It is so funny.
I feel like they always bring the self indulgence, to the show. That's
On
so funny.
Shantae. Yeah.
Right. I love how untalented yet so cocksure they really all
Yeah.
are. They're all so confident yet so lost.
What's the one story? Your father was abducted by aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe. Well, imagine how I feel about it. It's my whole life that way.
Yeah.
No. Also, real quick. So the agent saw Sally doing her play.
Right.
Do you think that they take Barry into consideration as well? Because Barry was up there performing, and in many ways, he outacted her. He outshone her in that scene.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give Sally credit for it being her own story,
And she
for
was good
writing it.
At first, I thought she was kind of hamming it up a little bit. but no,
She was,
she killed it.
but I also we've had that before with her, right? With Macbeth, right? The idea that she's not really getting the performance right until Barry feeds her the energy that she needs to get to the right place for it. And I felt like that was the same thing. She was strong by the end of that.
Yeah.
So maybe when they do it again, now that she knows what Barry's energy is going to be, and he's going to bring it from the beginning, and she's not going to be shocked by it. Maybe she'll crush it.
They
But-
gel well together.
Right. But I do agree with you. I feel like Barry, the character, outdid that scene better than Sally, the character.
I
You know, like I thought he was great in that.
It was fantastic.
I was really surprised that Barry was that good a stage performer.
Okay, so in the grand scheme of things, do you think Barry becomes a famous actor?
I don't know, but wouldn't that be wild if that's how the show ends? Is
Be kinda
Barry's a movie star?
It'd be really fun. Be taking shots at Hollywood, like
Oh, for sure.
the dark secrets they have. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like I had that fantasy of barbecuing with John Hamm. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the show kind of goes that
Take a crap
direction.
in your house.
Why not? I have 5 bathrooms, John Hamm.
Well, it'd be kind of funny too, because I think the last season ended this year, right?
Yeah,
And so
it's done, right?
Does this predate? No, no. Cancel culture. Cancel culture was, I think, very much a thing when this show started.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It would be funny if he becomes a famous actor in the last season. He just becomes like they find out about it.
They find out he's a terrible guy, right?
That'd be amazing.
Follows, yeah. That's true. He follows the Kevin Spacey model. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.
See ya.